Hi you guys, so I decided to do a quick walkthrough of this amazing bullet journal that I purchased this month. So let's just get started. So this is technically my first bullet journal, and so you have to excuse how it looks because I'm still learning, and especially with the earlier spreads I was actually trying to doodle and learning how to draw. So yeah, I haven't drawn in a while since high school, and so yeah, you gotta excuse that. These are the pens that I use. These are the Staedtler pens. I've mentioned these in a previous video. They are fine liner pens, which means they have a very fine tip, which is awesome for, you know, if you want to fill in color in some areas. And then over here is more of my daily use. So I simply have a pencil, and these are just regular HB pencils, and then I have another Sharpie pen here. This is in black, and it's a fine pen as well. I really like it because it doesn't leak through the paper at all, which is awesome. The only feedback I have about this pen is that it's not as black as you want it. So this Sharpie pen is actually blacker than this. And so yeah, that's the only downside, but it's not such a big deal, especially when this is the only black pen you're using. You won't even notice it. I also have my ruler, which is obviously not the best ruler in the world. It was actually a foldable ruler, but I broke it, as you can tell, so the other half is gone. And I obviously use just a regular eraser. Okay, so now that you get to see my daily pens and pencils, let's just get into the spread. So the first page, as you'll tell, is basically your name and your address. This journal is a bilingual bullet journal, and so what that means is that it has 2 languages, and in some cases it even has 3, because I think this is a German brand, but I'm not too sure, which I do find kind of annoying. But anyway, this is just a normal page. So the content page is actually interesting because it actually originally looks like this, meaning it has 3 languages and all these other things that I don't really feel like I need. And so what I did was I just converted it to look like this. This is not the best thing, but I felt that, yeah, it works for me, and so that's what I did. And then what I did that's kind of different from other people's bullet journals that I've seen is I actually separated my trackers and my collections and my projects and monthly spreads and that sort of thing. And so how I'm doing that is I'm putting my collections in the first section, just because I know that I will always be referring to the collections more than anything else, and the trackers as well. And if I run out of space here, which I obviously am, I'm just gonna start creating other I'm also gonna use up this space as well, so it'll be fine. And my trackers are there, and then I have projects here, and then I also have my September spread. Now you'll see that in my September section I actually have so many things that I just put there. Now this shows that I was just new at bullet journaling, and so I didn't realize that I didn't need all this much things there, and I've created way too many trackers than I really needed to, and you'll see that when you get into it. Moving forward, I anticipate just using about 3 lines for each month, rather than using so many sections like that. But yeah, I will also be using this section if I run out of space here, so meaning October is probably going to start here, and so forth and so forth. This is my future log, which is my annual calendar. And I actually did this page, and I'm happy with the way it came out, but this was done after I'd actually gotten the hang of doing my bullet journal. You will see from the next couple of pages that when I started, I really wasn't really comfortable with my pen or penship, and so yeah. This basically is my future log, in the sense that when bullet journaling, most people do their spread, and then they also have columns of things that they put there. And so in my case, I just put all my events and my birthdays in the left section, and then in my right section it's actually my my holidays, so anything that's holidays, and I've marked it with green for holidays, and then pink is for my birthdays. So yeah, so that's pretty good, and it takes up a couple of pages. This is actually helpful because it gives you an annual spread, and like in case you forget anything, it does actually help you to remember key events that happen. Speaking of keys, this is the key page. Now the key page for me is kind of funny because I don't see myself referring to this page. I think I just did it just as a doodling exercise and it came out okay, but I don't see myself referring to this page. But yeah, whatever, it's a key page. And then this was my sort of first doodle, to be honest. I don't particularly like it, and just because I was just learning how to doodle and I really went overboard. But I think I actually did end up improving this section, because before this I just done some weird lines and yeah, it wasn't looking good, so it kind of came out okay. 33 because I am going to be turning 33 this year, and so it's almost like this bullet journal is going to be my 33 bullet journal, and so ideally I want to be doing an annual bullet journal every single year around my birthday, which is in October. So my theme for this year is I want to really focus on doing the impossible. A lot of my professional and personal goals are really things that I feel like are way beyond my reach, but because I'm someone who wants to achieve so much, I feel like this is something that will keep me kind of inspired, and that's the theme that I want to pick for my 33rd year, which to me feels really lucky because it's 2 consecutive numbers. So yeah, it just feels lucky. And these are this page is my goal page, and then my 34 by 40. This is actually my short life list. So these are things that I plan on accomplishing this year that are from my life list. They are 34 things, but as you can see, I didn't complete that. I'm trying to hide them for privacy here. But here I have health goals, and then I have savings goals, or like money sort of like vision statements that I put, and then I have YouTube / social media goals, and then these are just other goals that I have, so general goals. Okay, so in terms of reading, I do want to read 12 books intentionally this year. So normally I tend to read books that are like work related, and so this is a list of books that I really have been meaning to read that I've never read, but I really hope to actually read by the end of my 33rd year, and so this is what that is. I thought about doing some color here, but I changed my mind on that. This page is my watch list, and so I've got some shows that I want to watch, and then I also have some movies, so that's what that is. And my theme obviously is the film reel, which works perfectly. Same thing with the listening page. I have albums, podcasts, and some specific tracks that I want to listen to. This didn't come out as well as I had hoped, but because I think this section was a bit like not necessary, just because it's more like albums that I need to listen to rather than songs. But I'm pretty sure maybe there are some one-off songs that I will want to listen to intentionally, and so I will probably add them to that. If you have any suggestions, by the way, for any books, movies, shows, things to listen to, just let me know so that I can check it out. And this is my wish list. So these are things that I will hopefully guess through gifts, or if someone asks me what gifts I want to be able to just refer to this list so that I actually get things that I need. I've been on a no spending journey, and so this basically helps to keep me on track as far as like things that I need versus things I shouldn't be getting. Monthly challenges to me this is just more of a creative page for me. So there's certain things that I want to try maybe throughout the year, and so that's what this is for me. Digital tracker makes sense. This is for my YouTube, for my T Saunders brand, quote unquote. And so yeah, so I've got YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. I'll just be tracking growth numbers in terms of subscribers for each of them and followers, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Which brings us to September. So September was my first spread, of course. I don't know what this was, but again, I started doodling and it didn't come out nice, but I think I did improve it in the end a little bit. But this was my earlier tryouts for doodles. This is just my editorial for September. And then I have my gratitude page where I'll just every day I want to intentionally write down things that I'm grateful for, because sometimes I think it's easy to just forget things that are good when things are not going so good. So it helps your energy to stay positive. This was my habit tracker, my mood tracker, which honestly I actually don't really like, and I don't think I'm actually going to be using, but I will fill it out since I've already used this page. This is my first weekly spread, and over here you'll see that I have my actual tasks lined up there, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, blah blah blah. And then I have a habit tracker, a sleep, meal plan, water, notes, and next week. I have been finding these very effective, and so I'm gonna keep doing it, especially with the sleep one. I'm really wanting to keep that for next week. The water one as well is really good, because sometimes you think you drink a lot of water, then it turns out no, you actually don't. And some of the things in this list I'm probably not gonna keep for next week, but we'll see. I just created this page because if I need more space to write stuff for this week or for the week, I just figure I'll just use the back of this. And then I have a quote which I'm trying to incorporate in most of my journal. So this is my weight loss / body stats page, which has my starting weight, which started in August 2016, and my goal weight, which obviously I don't know when that will be, but I hope it's by the time I'm 34. And so every month I hope to be tracking my weight here, and then every month I hope to be tracking my actual measurements over here. And then here is any travel that I'm gonna do. I want to kind of like put it here, and any places that I want to go to, I want to be able to remind myself that I want to go to those places. So yeah, so that's what this is, and a little quote to kind of inspire me as well. And then this is a page again that I kind of regret creating. This is the workout and diet page. I have been using both, but I think I might not be using this next week or next month, sorry. But the point is, I think it was really cool just to be able to track any excuses that I come up with for not working out, and then also what my diet, whether I've been eating healthy or unhealthy. And obviously I'm going to be eating vegan forever, but I think when I created this, I was kind of like thinking that, hey, you know, maybe I'm not going to be consistent with my veganism, so I need something that'll hold me accountable. But yeah, no sugar is something that I'm really hoping for, and by no sugar I mean no processed sugar. But as you can see, these dots indicate days that I actually ate sugar, processed sugar. So, but you get the drift. And then these are two projects that I have. So I have a book that I'm working on here, and then I also have another book, a project. This is a recipe book, and this is more related to my career. I haven't filled out stuff here because I want to go through like a 30-day thing of like really organizing my chapters, and so I'll tick each of these boxes as I go. And so yeah, hopefully in like by December I'll be able to show you both these spreads done. This one is coming out before this does. So, and then this is just ideas in terms of like side hustles, meaning like residual income. You guys know that I love residual income. Like I always find ways of doing that, and so I want to be able to track ideas that I could be doing for that. I want to be able to list them here, and then also list the money that I make from each of the actual ideas that are side hustles that I make. The next page is again a quote that I've loved, and then also a 30-day challenge that I want to do at some point this coming year. And this is basically that I want to spend 30 days making something every single day, and these are some of the ideas that I've come up with of stuff that I actually do want to make. And these are socials. So this is my monthly social tracker. This is another page that I feel like I'm not gonna repeat again. Don't really like it because yeah, I actually regret wasting my paper on these two pages, so I'm not even gonna talk about it. But ideally it was meant to be my monthly spread for my videos, but I have a better system that works for me, so I'm not gonna change that. And I did make a mistake on this, so let's just forget that this ever happened. And then this page I really like. This is my meal prep page. I think this is more going to be my creative doodle page every week. And yeah, so it just tracks what I'll be eating that week, and then also snack ideas. When I try to reach for the cookies, I know what I could have so that I don't do that. And I'm really focusing on quality over quantity this month, and so this will probably be appearing again next week. And I decided to do a spread of what's in season because this really helps in terms of grocery shopping and designing my meal prep. And then here I'll be collecting quotes that I love, apps and sites that I want to check out or that I love. And yeah, that is pretty much it, you guys. The other thing about this journal, you guys, is that it has 2 little threads compared to the traditional journal that only tends to have 1. So if you have 2 areas that you'd like to kind of like keep a tab on, it's a great way to do that. Obviously I keep a tab on my weekly spread, and then also I keep a tab on the page that's the last page that I can use. So yeah, so that's pretty much my journal, you guys. I really like and hope that I stick to this process, but of course I'm not gonna force myself to enjoy something that I'm not enjoying. I like bullet journaling right now because of the fact that even though it might look time consuming, and just setting it up can look time consuming and is as time consuming as you want your journal to look, I personally just like the fact that it gives me a chance to express myself creatively, which is something that I don't get to do normally. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I love watching bullet journal videos. And let me know if you do bullet journal yourself or do some type of planning every single month, what kind of journals you use and what kind of pens you use, because I like good pens, good ink pens. So yeah, I will end this video here because already it's a pretty long one. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I'll probably see you guys in the next video, which is probably going to be just a normal video. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.